back to the second Odyssey overview stream. We were here yesterday for 2 hours. Hopefully we have all of you back and a lot of new people as well. We are going to be talking about Odyssey, which is coming out on Tuesday. And we're going to be getting some awesome devs visiting us, talking about stuff, logging into the game, showing them some things, talking about ship balancing, exploration, and a lot of good stuff. So we're going to have Game of Thrones, we're going to have Team Prototype Rocks, we're going to have Team Super Friends, we're going to get, we're going to get all the good stuff.
Don't forget Team 5-0.
Team 5-0, they're going to be here as well. Yeah, we don't want to forget Team 5-0. So welcome, and let's introduce our first guests. You may know these guys if you were here yesterday. These are CCP Batic, CCP Fossey, two awesome dudes who were here helping us yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes people to get tired of us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not quite yet.
We should do this every night until everybody gets absolutely tired of us.
That's excellent. I like that.
And for those of you who don't know me, I'm CCP Guard, the community developer for Online. Guys, what have you been doing since yesterday that we can talk about today?
We had meetings.
I think today we're going to go over some of the stuff we're doing with the sensor overlay. Like we said yesterday, Team 5.0 is working on all the things for this expansion. We're just have our fingers everywhere.
Yeah.
And one of them is in the sensor overlay, which is kind of the first stage into the new exploration feature.
That's pretty cool. So the things we're going to go into today are pretty heavy on the exploration side and like the new UI for all that and the function of that stuff. Really excited about going into that because it's really cool. And I think our players are going to have a ton of fun playing with it.
Yes.
So sensor overlay. Can you tell us about that? Just like what's the sensor overlay?
Imagine overlay
with
a sensor.
Really?
Crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty much it. Like,
so we covered that. So no, let's talk about it some more.
So the problem has always been with exploration and reaching content out in EVE is that we've had it hidden in various places in the UI. You had the onboard scanner, you had some things on the overview. It basically, the thought was to try to combine all of this information in a nice graphical representation so you actually know what's out there and you can interact with it. And so this we started working on 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, quite a while ago now. Yeah.
There was a tough birth, but a beautiful baby, if I say so myself.
Yeah, I think it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
And it's so you basically taken a lot of things from a lot of places and like try to combine them into a more intuitive, more visual, more
and more just functionality.
Yeah, more functional format. Okay, so that's pretty cool.
Try to reduce the spreadsheets online just a little bit.
Yeah. Make it look beautiful.
We can't take away all the spreadsheets at once because then everyone will go into spreadsheet withdrawal.
Yeah.
But we're going to ease the spreadsheets out of the game.
Yeah. We don't want to drive our spreadsheet-loving community into Excel exclusively. So
we need to make sure they have choice.
We need to go slow. Yeah. All right. So do we maybe want to take a look at it?
Yep. We can show you what we've got here.
On CCP Paradox's account.
Yes.
It's going to come on the TV right here.
So we're here.
We are account sharing at the moment.
No.
We're not. Okay. We're not supposed to.
We can be many people at the same time.
Of course.
So big difference.
Yes.
So we're here in space. This is a exploration frigate. It's one of the custom skinned versions of the Tech 1 exploration frigates, the Sukavesta Heron. And I'm going to go and move us into a gate first. So you get to see the new transitions that we showed you yesterday one more time. But what we're really looking for is what happens when you get to the other side. So one of the things that we tried to do with this whole feature was make exploration something that was both more accessible but also more visible. We wanted to make sure that people entering the game saw that there is stuff out there, because often people just go throughout their entire lives in EVE without really realizing what is out there to do. So we're going to do a jump through this gate once the traffic control lets me.
Evil Space Police.
Yep, and there we go. We're going to take a look at that.
Look absolutely amazing.
Beautiful transition. So, you land in a new system, or you undock, or you log on, and this appears. This is our new scan sweep. So it'll do a quick sweep around the system. There's also positional audio for it, and there is some of the stuff that's in space. So it's going to do a full sweep around and give us a hint, and then it's all gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not going to get in your way, just something that happens whenever you move through systems. Just to give you a quick glimpse, hey, there's something over here. If you want to ignore it,
Yeah.
you're free to go about your day.
Yeah.
If you want to actually find out what it is, then you click right down here on our sensor button, the scanner. This is a new radial menu that connects you to all of the scan features. Our sensor overlay, turning on the overlay, directional scanner, the probe scanner, which we're going to show you a bit later, and the moon analysis. So we're going to turn on the sensor overlay here, and that gets the scan sweep going. We've actually made a very recent change that's not in this build yet that has this go by less often when it's on all the time, just so it doesn't get in people's way visually. But what this does is it means you see all of your actual sites here in space.
So if you missed this initial scan when you're jumping into the system, no worries, you can repeat it.
You can go in and turn it on. And some people who are interested in exploring every system, they may be wanting to turn it on all the time, and that's completely fine. You'll get that sweep going around, you'll see all of the sites, you'll still get the initial sweep, and then it'll just stay up instead of going away if you want to do that.
Okay. So how much stuff can you find with this as opposed to going into the whole probe
You can
business?
find the existence of all of the PVE content that you can find with a probe scanner. So, or you could find with the old onboard scanner. So anomalies, like the combat anomalies that you see in space, like factional warfare complexes, or like the new ore sites from ice belts and gravimetric sites that we've moved into anomalies. All of those will be visible like this. That's one of them right there. And you can warp right to it, because just like the onboard scanner, it gets you the full hit right away.
Exactly.
But at least we here moved away from the spreadsheet with just a column of data, and actually you can see the positioning where it is in relativity to other objects in space and things like that. And I find that as a huge step forward. I'm one of those people that have a hard time visualizing, like when I just have data of where is it. But I think that we solved a lot of like corner cases like that.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I like the visual part, and I have to say I just. To be a little vain, I like the colors as well. I like having a little more color.
They are very nice. And one other thing that we picked up from some of the feedback from Sissy, these are not just distinguished by the colors. You can also see the actual shape of the bracket is a bit different as well. That way our colorblind customers, which I'm actually one of them, can tell the difference between all of these without having to mouse over them.
That's really cool.
You see them in space, you can mouse over them, find out a bit about them, and that's an anomaly you could warp right to. But then these ones, with areas around them, those are signatures. So these could be wormholes, they could be the new relic or hacking sites where you can do the stuff that we're going to show you a bit later. They can also be some dedicated combat sites like the DED complexes. And or gas mining too. And for those, you see them in space. You see that we don't have what type of site it is yet, but just that there's something out there, a hint that you can go looking for more. And you see the general area. The site is not necessarily right on the dot there. It's somewhere in the fuzzy area around it. And for all of our customers that really like to have a list, we also have the ability, we're going to show you more about this screen later. This is the probe screen, but right off the bat from the overlay, it fills up with all of the anomalies in system and all the signatures in system. So if you don't want to have to pan your camera around, you prefer having a list format, which still is not a spreadsheet like the old one. It's a lot more visual, a lot more interesting to look at, but you have that option there for you.
Yeah, and it's got colors, which is
it does indeed.
Pretty cool. So these sites that are immediately revealed by the sensor is they are green in the list right away. So the other ones are, we're going to show you that later.
But when you probed on the red sites, they turn green.
Exactly. It happens. It happens as you get closer. So that's a pretty cool thing. Yeah. So I think our players will absolutely have fun rediscovering space with this new tool. People who've been in Eve for a long time, I think many of them are gonna enjoy going out and doing some proper exploration with some pretty looking tools now that it's become a little more accessible. Yeah, really nice. So we're gonna get some new guests, I think, for now, and we're gonna see you later for some ships.
Yep.
And we have some guests waiting out there, so let's get them on the set. Thank you guys for coming.
Welcome.
We'll see you later. There we have.
Hey.
Hey guys, welcome. Welcome on the set. Welcome to the internet.
Okay, thank you.
So these gentlemen who are with us here are well known to the community, CCP Paradox and CCP Tuxford.
Hi.
You promise not to reset anything. I have to make sure to to mention that.
In 5 minutes.
All right. So welcome, and you guys have been busy, obviously, for Odyssey.
Yes.
It's coming out on Tuesday. Lots of stuff happening. Have you checked all your work in? Is everything ready?
Yeah, more or less. I think we're still reading player feedback. There's been a lot of it. It's been pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of players on the stream now are just hopefully trying to ask their questions and get them in. I know we haven't replied as much as we wanted to on the forums just because there's been so much, but we definitely have.
We have been reading it and we have been reacting to it, and we've also been reacting to like the earliest post when we posted on the test server feedback. We got a lot of feedback from that and reacted from that. So while we haven't been replying that much, we have been covering.
Busy fixing stuff, changing stuff.
I mean, we can either spend like a few hours trying to write what we're going to do, or we can just do it. So.
Okay. Sounds reasonable, and we have, like we were talking about yesterday, and some people may be joining us. We have this crazy fast feedback loop with our players, which is pretty fun. So we put out the stuff. We try to put out the stuff on test servers like a few weeks before, and then try to react to that as players get their hands on the early version. Sometimes like extremely early versions even of what we're putting out. So.
Yeah, and it was quite nice this time around where we had just started our sprint. Stuff went to the test servers. A lot of players gave us a lot of feedback, and we basically just started the sprint from scratch. These are the pain points we need to address for this release.
I mean, for many guys out there who don't know what the initial was, we had it locked to 7 probes, and that was the key thing that we saw and said, give us 8 probes back. So it was the first thing we did when we read the feedback. We're like, okay, guys, it's easy to do. We kind of overestimated just that kind of point. So
okay, so that's pretty awesome. So reacting to those things immediately.
Yeah.